Hi, I'm Alice, co-founder of Wonder Ads, and today I'm going to explain you step by step how you can create an ad campaign for your clinic. This is a test account, but make sure that you are in the ads manager and the right ads manager and in the right ad account where you want to create a campaign. And then you come here and click create. And don't worry about this warming here. It's just because this is a test account and doesn't have any information. So you should fill out all the information before you start a campaign. And then because this is a lead generation campaign, you click here, leads. Okay, where you can do instant form, messenger, conversation, and calls. Now, we always recommend for you to have a high converting landing page instead of doing inform leads, because the inform leads are forms inside the Facebook, and normally the quality of the leads are not the best. And if you have the work to create a high converting landing page, this helps you a lot with the quality of leads that you will get. With informs, you can have tons of leads, but very low quality. And with a high converting landing page, you may not have as many leads, but the quality is way better. And I'm going to show you an example, for our agency. So you click leads and then continue. And I never recommend you using the recommend settings just because you don't have that much control over the campaign. This is more for people that don't understand about ad campaigns and need a lot of help from Facebook, but normally this will make you spend more. So I always like to have full control of my campaign and structure the way I want and the way I know that works. So let's click here, manual leads campaign. Now you just need to give it a name. I always like to give the objective of the campaign, a lead gen. And then for the clinic, if you want, you can put your clinic's name and the targeting US, okay? This is an example. You will have to adapt it. And you can call it wherever you want. Okay, then you just scroll down. You don't need to worry about the categories because if you are a clinic, you are not in any of these categories. Unless you are in one of these, you need to select it because you are in a restrictive area. But if you are in the health and wellness space, don't worry. And then you scroll down. And here in the Advantage campaign budget, I normally turn this on. Is the CBO campaign, and if you would like to know the difference between CBO or ABO campaign, let me know in the comments down below and I can create a video about that. And then here you set up the budget. Let's keep it at 20 euros per day. I always keep it daily budget, highest volume, and yeah, don't click anything else. And then you move next. And now you are at the ad set level where you define your targeting. And here I also like to name the interest of the campaign, okay? And then what the interest is really about, because you can have interest and also broad, okay? And this will be an interest campaign to start with, and I will also put the targeting. And then here you need to move this. You don't want to do instant forms, so you click website because ideally you will have your high converting landing page ready and you are going to choose that option. If not, of course, you click instant forms, but that way you need to first create a form in the lead forms, okay? Inside of Facebook is in another place. If you also would like to have a video just on how you can create lead form campaigns inside Facebook, let me know. Then you keep it this option. Now, regarding the pixel, when you are creating the campaign, you should have already created your pixel and install it in your landing page. If you are doing lead forms, you don't need this, but for landing pages, you really need to have a pixel, okay? Is really important and needs to be correctly set up and with the right events. I'm also going to create a video just for the pixel because it's a completely different area, but it's important to have it correctly. So by this time you should have your pixel and you just select it here. keep scrolling down, don't set up any of these, and then we arrive at the audience, okay? And here you are going to select the audience that you want. In this case is US, but of course if you are a clinic, you need to select the location where you are, unless you are advertising online services that you have and you can target all the US. But don't forget that if you are a local, you need to also select the ratio. For this example, I will just keep United States. I want to target the whole US because I have online services. I'm a clinic that can provide that, let's say. After you select the location, you come here to Advantage Audience. Here is where you select the interest, okay, and the age and gender. Don't select any custom audience. By this time, you probably don't have any custom audiences, so don't worry about that for now. You want to worry about that once the campaign is live and you already have some audience that you can custom, unless you have a lot of followers on Instagram or something that you can create a custom audience from. But for now, let's keep it simple. Then you select the age. Here you can select, let's put 20 to 60. If you are a clinic, this will depend on the service that you are advertising. For example, if you are advertising whitening and oral care before the school starts, I would select a younger audience. If you are advertising implants, you need to select older audience. So just have this in consideration. This will depend on the ads and the service that you are advertising. And that is really important. Then genders is always all. And then you come here and you choose the detailed targeting. This part is really important. You really need to do your own research before you come here. We use several tools to get to the detailed targeting, but also depends on the service that you are advertising, and you need to be a little bit strategic about. And because Facebook is getting stricter and stricter, sometimes you can't target as many interests as you would like. So sometimes you need to have some strategy behind. Let's keep it simple once again. If you'd like to have a video just dedicated on how to select the best targeting for your specific services, let me know in the comments as well. But for now, my goal for this video is to explain you how you can create a campaign. And here you also need to test it out. I will put, for example, dentist. You need to be careful about the demographics, and you see this here is different. Fields of study, job titles, employers, this is all different. So it seems there is a lot of dentists, but they are different, okay? And you can see here the size of the audience. This is also important, okay? So if you are a dental clinic and you want to target people that want to go to the dentist, you can target specific brands like toothbrushes. This can be, we can even try Colgate. Oh, toothpaste, here. Exactly, we have it. Victory. So you just come here and you select a few interests. I wouldn't recommend you to choose a lot if they are not related, because we also want to understand which interest is converting the best. So if you have a bunch of them all mixed out and this campaign is converting, you will not know which interest is getting you the most results. So I would advise you to create different ad sets if you want to choose a lot of different interests and test them separately. I would choose like 1 to 3 or 1 to 5 interests maximum, okay? I can try also dental, toothpaste, oral care, and I think you got the point. So just select a few more and then you move to the next section. So placements is the next. You click here, edit. You don't want to select advantage placements just because we are doing a well-structured campaign that has a top of the funnel and a bottom of the funnel. And on top of the funnel, you need always to select manual placements, because there's a lot of placements that you don't want to show up on cold audience. If you select everyone, you are probably spending way more money than you should Just use advantage if you are really struggling and it's not working, but try to be strategic about it, okay? And on top of the funnel, you will always select just a few. I'm going to, you turn this off. And if you have reels, you can keep this one off. Let's do Instagram. Don't forget to do Instagram. So Instagram is under the same umbrella as Facebook, okay? So you can advertise on Facebook and Instagram just by clicking here, which is pretty cool. You don't need the marketplace, you don't need the right column, you don't need the explore, you don't need this, and stories, you don't need the messenger stories, and you don't need anything else. You only select almost all of these options in retargeting because people already know you and they can identify you and trust you more. So your money will be way better spent if you only do this in remarketing, okay? Now let's click next. Now we are at the ad level finally. So here is where we are going to actually create our ads. Normally, because I have a Google document with every client, there is already the campaign well structured, so it's way easier to pass to the ads manager. Here, I will always like to call it image 1 and then something like copy 1. And you can even add anything else that can help you distinguish this ad from the others. You don't turn partnership. You need to make sure you select the right page and the right Instagram account. And then you can do carousel and single image. And here is where you set up the creative. Let's start with an ad. I always advise you to test a lot of different creatives in the beginning in cold audience. So images, videos, carousels in the beginning, and 5 creatives is more than enough for you to get started. Here they are asking you to put a source. So here you will put the URL of the landing page, and this is a different setup. Normally you can do it right where we were, and now they are updated, but it's always similar. Facebook is always changing, but it's easy to understand and it normally keeps the same things, just try to change a little bit the layouts. I don't know why, but this is almost the same. Then I have here a document with an example. We can use this one. So primary test is the main body. You ideally have this ready. You paste it. You can add several options. I always advise you to test at least 3 or even fill out the whole thing. You can add 5 options, okay? Especially in the beginning where you don't know exactly where it's going to work best. And this way you can test it. And then once you find a winner, you just keep creating more similar to that one. You also have the advantage, but you don't need this because you are a great copywriter, okay? And then you come here, you select the headline. You also should have more than one headline to test it. This is just for the example. And you also have AI, but you don't need it. And then you can even have a description. Normally this description should be something related to your offer, benefit, because this is really small where it shows up, but it can make the difference and can help people with an extra information that they might don't know. So for this example, I can put free consultation or limited time, okay? Or you can even use this for credibility, like 1,000 plus happy patrons, okay? Then call to action is really important as well, depending if it's top of the funnel or bottom of the funnel campaign. Because we are doing top of the funnel, you keep learn more. If you are doing remarketing, you will do something more straightforward, like get offer, contact us, okay? But because this is called audience, they are probably not as ready to buy, so they get a bit skeptical when you put a direct call to action. And then you click next. And here is where you select your images. I am going to select an image. I have one for dental that I can use as an example. Okay, it's selected and you click next. Here you need to make sure that it fits well. Ideally, you will have, if you are doing story ads, which I recommend, because people see a lot of stories, you will have the right size here, okay? This one is not ideal. So if you don't have it, try to avoid it. Ideally, you would replace it here. Then you click next. I will turn on the optimizations. This normally helps. And then you click done. And here you can check how it looks. You can even send to yourself, share a link to see how it looks. Or you can even go here, you can expand this and see how it looks right here. Looks pretty good. Then make sure that you have your URL here, and I will build a URL parameter as well. This is something recent, but if you have Google Analytics, this will help you understand where the source of your leads come from. Okay, so you put a URL again, and here I always put the name that I want to show up. And then here I put campaign name. So I know the exact campaign and ad name, and you can even add parameters, and I normally add for the ad set. And then you click apply. I can't do it because I don't have the URL here. And regarding the URL, you have here an example of a landing page. Ideally is a VSL. Here's an example. And here we have a video of me talking about this specific offer, and then has here the benefits, everything that we are going to talk about and that people can get and is included, and even the testimonials, okay? And always a call to action, more testimonials, and even to meet us, like we are not a scam. And this landing page and all our clients' landing pages are created with our own platform that we develop, where you can create any landing page, tons of websites, forms. You can even do social media posts, you can do everything. It works like a CRM tool that has all the options that any business needs. Like, it's a complete package. I can even show you here an overview. For example, this is where is our landing page. This is a platform that we developed. It's here that we built the landing page. We have then the calendar and the thank you page, and in the thank you page we also have a video explaining the next steps. We have the calendar so people can book directly with us, besides all the automations that we created. And if they book the call, they will also receive the confirmation emails and SMS. So you can do a lot of things here. You also will have in the description the option to have access to this platform with a free trial. And you can explore and see everything you can do within this. CRM, social media, courses, landing pages, websites, forms, surveys, like you can do everything. So let's get back to this. We are almost finished. But now you just need to make sure you create. I normally duplicate this here. I would advise you to have at least 5 different ads within each ad set, and have at least 2 or 3 ad sets, different ad sets with different targeting, different interests, and then one broad. It's always good to test broad. And then, of course, it will depend on which resources you have. If you have an email list that you can do lookalike, if you have a big social media account that you can create custom audiences, the number of ad sets that you will have will also depend on that. And you will have all the videos that you need to know more about custom audience lookalike in our YouTube video, so check them out as well. You will have all the resources that you need. And this is it. Then you just click publish and your ads will go live. They will pass to a review process that can take a few hours or can be almost immediately, but normally it takes a few minutes, so don't worry if your ads are not live. And I will advise you to keep a look at it, because sometimes you can have some problems and you need to republish them, because not always Ads Manager works well. And that's basically it for this video. I hope it was helpful, and if you have any questions, just let them in the comments below. Speak soon.